The purpose of this video is to show the user how to use certain features of EZPDF Reader, the Pro version. So let me take you to my tablet and let's open EZPDF Reader Pro. And notice when we open this application, you're going to see 4 tabs. One is My Docs, which gives you a list of the files and folders that have been imported into that folder. Then you've got the Recent tab, which gives you the first page of every file or folder. And then All PDF, which gives you a list of all the PDF files that are in your tablet. And then Web Docs, which allows you to go through the internet through EZPDF Reader, and you can do that through direct web browsing, and you just put your address right there. So let's go back to My Docs because this is where we're going to concentrate on in this video. And let me show you how you can import files or folders into My Docs so that you can organize all your PDF files. In order to import files, we have to use these features right here. The one with the N is to create memos. And the one to import files would be this second one right here. And when I click on it, you notice it's going to say import file folder. So let's say that's the folder that I want to create import files from. So I click on September 16, 22, and then I press OK. And then it's going to tell me file folder already exists. Do you want to overwrite it? I'm going to say yes or OK. And notice that that folder is right there. So that's how you import files into My Docs. Now the third feature is where you can create folders and copy and paste and cut and delete. And when you hit the third one here, you get a checklist next to the folder and next to the file. And at the bottom, you have these features. This plus sign is to create a folder. This is to copy. This is to cut or move. This is to paste. And this is to delete. Let me demonstrate how you can move files. So all you have to do once you click the third one here is you check the files that you want to move. Then you tap on the scissors, which allows you to cut or move. Then it says successfully cut. Then you take your stylus or your finger and you move it to where you want the folders to go. Let's say I want it to go to CBS, and I'm now in the CBS folder. So then I tap paste, and now the folders are now in the CBS folder. Now let's say that I want to take these files and I made a mistake and I really don't want them to be there. And, well, not want them to be there, but let's say I want to keep them in CBS, but I want them somewhere else. I check them, and so I press, instead of cut, I press copy. And you see the files are successfully copied. I go to press the main folder here, and let's say that I want to move it to a folder that I'm going to create. So let's create a folder by pressing the plus sign here. Then you're going to get this dialog box that says enter a folder name. And I'm going to call this folder test. And I press OK. And so the folder test has been created. I click the stylus on that folder. And then at the bottom, as you notice, there's no files there. So at the bottom now, instead of pressing, now that I've already copied them, I press paste, and those folders are now in my test file. So that's how you copy and that's how you cut. Now let me show you how to highlight and underline once you're in a file. So let's go in one of the files and let's choose this one. Let me get out of that phase by pressing this again, and then the checklist disappears. So now let's go into a PDF file, and let me click on a section. And notice that when I clicked on a hyperlink, let me do that again. When you click on a hyperlink, you get this dialog box, and it's a notice telling you page 120 is displayed by this hypertext link. Now I find this very annoying, so in order to get rid of this dialog box from appearing every time you press the hyperlink, let me show you how to get rid of it. And in every document in EZPDF Reader, in the middle of the screen, you're going to find these 3 bars. You press on these 3 bars, and it's going to bring up the settings section. And here it goes. And then in the settings section, you want to hit the 3 dots or the ellipses, and it takes you to more options. So then you flip towards the bottom, and let me get out of that real quick because I don't know what happened there. It's hard to record and see what I'm doing at the same time. Let's go back to the ellipses. And when we get to the more options section, let's go to the bottom of that section and look for settings. And then in settings, you're going to look for the section that says notify link before action. You notice that it's checked. I want you to uncheck that, and then go to look for your escape key on your tablet, which looks something like this. And now when you press the hyperlink, it just goes straight to the page or the hyperlink without giving you the notice. Now, let me show you how to highlight in EZPDF Reader. And in order to highlight, you notice this group of icons up here. The highlight feature is these 2 T's. This T allows you to highlight by simply pressing it, or not pressing it, tapping it, and then taking it to where you want to highlight, and then it automatically highlights. And when you're ready to highlight, you're going to, before that happens, let me just let you know that anytime that you open a new document in EZPDF Reader, you're going to get this notice that says, create a copy of this document to add annotations. I always say no to this because all that does is create a copy of the same file. So, in order not to create a copy, I say no. So let's go back again to what I was telling you about the highlights. You press the first T, and then you tap anywhere in the document, and it highlights the words or sentences for you. Now, what's the difference between the first T and the second T? Well, the difference is, if you look a little closer, you'll see like a C in the second T. That allows, when you press the second T, watch what happens. You get this mode. And this mode allows you to make several highlights within this screen. And also, when you're in this mode, you can also change the color. So let's tap on the color, and then you're going to get this color palette box. And you can change the color simply by clicking anywhere in the circle. And you notice that it's really red. So in order to make this color more pastel or lighter, simply click on the section that says Saturation 100 and move the stylus over and notice how the color changes. Then you click on the middle of that color and notice that that is now the color that you're going to be highlighting in. So for demonstration, let me show you. I highlight it and that's the color. Now, when you're in this mode, you cannot make any changes to your highlight, or you cannot flip the page. Watch what happens when I press this. You can't do anything. So in order to make changes within this page, you have to click the arrow, and now you can make changes to your highlights and flip the page. Now let's say you want to make changes to the highlighted material. All you got to do when you're in this mode is you click on the highlight and notice that you get this menu, and you can copy, you can select properties, you can delete, and you can flatten. And just for information's sake, notice that flatten is right next to delete. Be very careful not to press flatten, because flatten makes your highlight permanent. So I just thought I'd let you know that right off the bat. Now let's say you want to change this highlight to another color. You click on properties and you get this dialog box. You click on the color. Then you get the palette again. And let's say you want to change it to blue. You change it to blue. You click on the blue. And then you say OK. And now that highlight has been changed to blue. Now, another thing that I want to show you is how to underline. Underline is very similar to highlight, except you click on this T. Now, the concept is the same as in highlight. The first T, you have to tap on it, and then you get to underline. Now, if you want to continue to underline, you have to hit the second T, and notice that there's also a C in the second T. You see that C? You click on that T with the C, and now you get the color palette again. And if you hit anywhere within there, you notice that you can, I hit the strike through instead of the underline, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. So now to get out of this mode, I press the arrow again, and now you notice that I did a strike through rather than an underline. So all I need to do to correct that, since I'm in this mode again, is click on it and then press delete. And then it's okay, are you sure you want to delete it? And I say yes, okay. And so now I want to underline it. So I press T, and then I, whoops. Oh, well, this is a good demonstration. If I hit the first T, I get to underline it. But if I want to underline it again, because I hit the first T, I have to hit the first T again in order to underline. But if I don't want to keep doing that, remember, just hit the second T and you go into this mode, and you can highlight as many or underline as many times as you wish. So that's underlining. Now let's take you to creating notes. And in order to create notes, notice this feature right here. And you can create notes simply by tapping on the note and then tapping where you want the note to be created. So in this case, let's say I want the note to be right here. So I tap into it. And the note has been created. And when you are going to create a note, you're going to get this dialog box. And this dialog box allows you for you to copy or give your comment into the note. So let's press OK so you could see what the note looks like when you press notes. And there it is right there. So let's create another one. I press the note, I tap into it here, and then I can create a note. And as you can see, it's right there. So let me show you how to put information into your note. Let's say that you're in another page and you really like this sentence and you want to put it into that note. So all you have to do is press your stylus on the screen, and then you're going to get these handles. I suggest that you press your stylus where you want to start and just drag the section that you want to copy, and notice that it's all highlighted, and you can now press copy. Then you go to where your note section is, you click on it, press open, and then when you press the stylus onto your sticky note, you're going to get a word that says paste. You click on the word paste, and now that sentence has been added to your note. Now you're in the note section and you want to not only were you able to copy something, let's say you want to create your own comments regarding that sentence that you added. You go to your keyboard and you can now press the hard return, and it creates a hard return in your sticky note. And let's say you want to create your comment, you can speak it by looking for the microphone and speaking into it. And notice that everything that I am saying is being dictated. Period. Isn't that cool? Question mark. Then you're finished making your comment and you press OK. Now in order to get the microphone to stop recording, is press on the microphone and it stops recording. Now notice that I was recording and I recorded more than what I wanted to. So let me show you how you can get rid of stuff right within your notes. You press your stylus wherever you want to go, and you're going to get these handles. Press down, or you could press up, or however you want to do it. You select whatever you want to remove. You go to your keyboard and you exit. And now that section is gone. So, and then if you want to go up, you can go up and tighten up the note however you want it. And that's how easy it is to create a note. Now, let me show you another feature that is really cool with regards to taking notes. Notice that there's an image here. And sometimes you might want to make annotations regarding an image. So what you do is you take the square here and you tap into it, and you create an edge around the image, just like I did right there. And let's say there's a comment you want to make on this image. You click on the square that you created, and you're going to get this box. And notice that you get the menu: open, reply, properties, delete. So I'm going to make a comment about this image, and you click on the section, please input contents, and I want to make a brief comment about this image. And once I'm done, I could say OK. And so instead of having a sticky note around the image, you can just put the square, and every time you want to see your note, well, if you click on open, you can see your note. So that's just another way to create an annotation within an image. You don't always have to use the sticky note up here. Now, another feature about EZPDF Reader that I really like is the fact that you can write into your document, and you do that by clicking on this pencil right here. And if this was a document that you needed to sign and send to someone, all you would have to do is sign it, and you would be in this mode. And to get out of it, you would have it right there. And if you want to make it permanent, you can click flatten in this instance if you want your signature to be permanent within the document, and then send it to whomever you want to send it. In this case, I want to delete it, so I just press delete. And that's it for highlighting and whatnot. Now, let's say you want to navigate within EZPDF Reader. How do you do that? Well, in order, let's say this document is, 200 pages long, and you want to get to the table of contents. Well, remember, go to the middle of the screen and hit the 3 bars here, and then you're going to get at the bottom of the screen this section. So in most PDF documents, if you click here, which gives you the index or the outline, it will give you a list of anything that's been bookmarked. In this PDF document, there are bookmarks. So in order to go to the beginning, I go to press on this section, and it takes me to the very beginning. But if your document doesn't have a table of contents, click on the 3 squares here, and then go to the bottom, and you notice that there is a section that has a big number and a small number. Click on that, and then you get this dialog box that allows you to enter the number. You click on it, use your keyboard to hit a number, let's say 2, press 2, say OK, and it takes you to page 2. And that's how easy it is to navigate in EZPDF Reader. I hope this helps, and enjoy using it.